Hi, folks. Welcome to the terminal. What terminal is this? Did we ever establish that? Folks, welcome to the New York International Airport. The Brando terminal, I think, is what it was. And no, I'm not Biff. Get over it. My name, thank you. Thank you. I'm here to protect our skies, and my name, of course, is Bale Goodbar. And yeah, basically my job is to make sure that the people getting on the planes leaving New York City are safe to fly. And I'm going to be doing that with your help. And speaking of you, let's see who's going to be helping me out here at the security checkpoint. We've got Blue, Gagent, the Kurt is in the house. Poop Hands, of course, will be helping us. Ford Venus, Yarkasm, New Dark 90, Awesome Sauce, Butson, Yarkasm. Bob Backwards is a new name joining us. Welcome in. And the rest. Thank you all for doing your civic duty here to protect our skies. There are a variety of ways that you can help me with today's proceedings to make sure that security remains our top priority here at New York International Airport. Now, of course, you're going to assist me in questioning these people to make sure that their story lines up, but you can also trigger a bag check, and if that happens, we'll take a look at what these people brought in their bags. Those images are submitted in the Everything Now Show Discord, so if you haven't already, join the Everything Now Show Discord and submit some images that might end up in people's bags. Sort of a shattering of the reality to explain that. There's also the most wanted list. Yes, the most despicable criminals here in our great nation of New York make their way onto the most wanted list. Criminals like Gary, Horse, and of course, Behind Bravo. And if you want to add another name to that list to alert us on who we need to be keeping an eye out for, subscribe and tell us who you want to add to the list. We'll be checking on that list periodically. That's not the only reason to subscribe, though, folks. You'll also be helping us hit our goal. Looks like we're already well on our way. If we hit that goal, we'll be heading to the air traffic control tower to help a pilot land a plane safely. And there's sound alerts. You can arrest people. Wow! Oh snap, it's Miguel with 5 gifted subs. Incredible generosity. Thank you for keeping our skies safe. But it's time now to start my day's work. So let's go ahead and bring in the next passenger. Please come forward. Hi there, sir. Can you walk normal, please?
Walk normal?
Yeah, you're kind of freaking me out.
Sorry, I'm kind of on a stick right now, so it's hard for me to walk with the 2 legs, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean, sir. Elaborate.
I'm a scareplane.
I see.
Yup.
And is that your legal name on your passport, sir?
That's my legal name, yeah, you can pull it up right there.
First name Scare, last name Plane?
Nope, all one, like seal or share.
Scare. So all one word?
All one word.
Got it. Well, Scareplane, you have been selected randomly for additional screening.
Shoot.
It's probably on account.
Golly gee, okay.
Now, sir, I don't mean...
Darn.
You all right, sir?
Just my luck.
Yeah, well, it's random, so, you know,
It's always random, isn't it, huh?
hopefully, I hope you don't mean that I'm profiling you. I don't choose
I'm
who
just
gets to
saying,
bring
as
over.
a scareplane, I get pulled a lot for these types of things. Doesn't
Okay.
seem so random.
Sir, I don't appreciate what you're implying. We did find something in your bag. We're going to do a quick bag check here in just a moment to see what it is that you had in your bag. That could potentially be the reason that you were selected. But in the meantime, sir, could you tell me where you're traveling?
Yep, I'm going to Swickley, Pennsylvania, to the Brain Factory.
Swickley, Pennsylvania to visit the Brain Factory.
Yep.
Yes. Swickley's known for their brains.
Yes, they are.
do great
Yeah,
work
top,
over there.
Yep, top brain supplier. I got to get one of those because there's nothing up here.
Oh, gosh, I'm so sorry.
Are you?
You were born without a brain?
Yeah, no brain up here.
I have a cousin like that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Scareplane?
No, just no brain.
Scarecrow?
Just doesn't have a brain. I think he's just a human without a brain.
Oh, okay.
It's tragic.
Yeah,
I couldn't afford to get one of those Swickly brains. He had to get one from L.A.
Oh, wow.
It's really fucked up. He's not really normal anymore.
Yep, okay.
So you're traveling to Swickly, Pennsylvania to get a first brain. Oh, sorry about this. We've got an airport announcement.
Attention all passengers, there is an impatient he says his name is Tin Plane. He says that his friend is being held up at customs or TSA. I don't think he knows the difference. This is, if anything, an announcement for the TSA agent.
Got it. Okay, so I'll be keeping a
Really
lookout
hateful guy, Tin Plane. He's a
you
buddy
know
of
him?
mine. Yeah.
Oh, wow, small world.
Yep. He's going to the Pittsburgh Heart Factory.
They make great hearts over there.
They do, yep. Oh. Beep, 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 boop, bloop,
Sir, are you okay? Sir! Sir, please stop making those noises. Sir! Sir!
Sorry, there was a plane that wasn't supposed to land there. Just had to scare it off real quick.
Oh, I see. Oh, so you're working sort of as air traffic control in a way.
Yeah, we're co-workers.
I see. Oh, okay. My apologies, sir. I didn't realize that you had those credentials. Sorry, when I hear
Salute
beeping...
would be nice.
A salute? Thank you for your service.
And thank you.
Sorry, when I hear beeping in the airport, I get really nervous. As you can probably imagine.
Right. Nope, just scaring off another plane.
Well,
it's funny because planes, you know, they're scared of what crows are scared of too, as you can see by the way I'm
yeah,
dressed.
just like a guy.
Yeah, just
who looks like he's made out of hay.
yeah, it's kind of funny, huh?
It's interesting. It is kind of funny.
Huh?
It is kind of funny. But what's not funny, sir, is what we found in your bag. Scareplane,
right.
we did notice this in your bag. Let's have a look here.
Okay.
Now there's a couple of issues right off the bat here. First of all, this is hard to describe it as anything but human trafficking. There's a man in your luggage. And to make matters worse, that does appear to be a Schedule 1 drug that he's smoking in your bag.
Oh, yeah, that's Cigario.
I see. And could you help me understand why he's in your luggage, sir?
Oh, yeah, he's an emotional support little guy.
I see. Yes,
Yep.
we did recently open applications for emotional support little guys. Did you fill out did you declare him when you were buying your ticket?
I did declare him, yes.
Let me take a look at your file here. Okay. Yes, you did. Okay, I see here you did file for an emotional support little guy. You did not, unfortunately, sign up for the additional charge required to have a Schedule 1 drug affiliated with your little guy. I'm sorry, sir.
That's the brain thing. If only I had a brain. If I only had a brain.
I see. Okay. Yeah, if you had marked a disability, we might have been able to overlook that issue, but unfortunately, it's a new form. I'm gonna let it slide on this one. We're gonna give you a copy of the form so that you can update the form.
Okay.
Sir, can you tell me a little bit more about what your plans are? Oh.
Okay, it's turning around.
So, we did find one other thing in your bag.
Something wrong?
Well, we found another thing in your bag,
Okay.
Scareplane. We're going to have another look at that. But while we're on the topic, I'd love to know, just kind of from a logistics standpoint, how is it that the planes see you and are scared of you? Because it does feel like the aesthetic is a big part of your whole, I don't want to be too broad here, but thing. Mm-hmm. So what is the relation between the way you look and the planes?
Well, normally, you know, I have to stand under a skylight. There's one right there.
Oh.
That makes me visibly apparent to any planes
I didn't
coming
even
down.
notice that.
Yeah, so I have to make sure I'm always standing within a visible shot of where the planes are landing.
Gotcha. So outside mostly, probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the beeps are mostly just me talking plane.
You speak their language.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Incredible.
I'm saying like, hey, you piece of shit, you're going the wrong way. Turn around. And they're like, oh, okay. They bleep back at me. There's like a back and forth beeping that's going on. And they're like, oh, sorry, I'll go my other way now. And they turn around.
Gotcha.
Obviously, it's the planes that determine that, not the pilots.
Right, the planes, well, that's what they say, is that planes are primarily autopilot at this point, that the pilot is really just kind of there to act in case of an emergency, but the planes are fairly autonomous. So they're just communicating with people like, and I don't know if I should be using that term, people like you.
What do you mean by that?
We found another thing in your bag. Okay. Let's have a look at that. Now, this is unfortunately an unacceptable lobster. Had this been an acceptable lobster, we wouldn't have taken issue with this, but as you can see, this falls under category 6E, which are unacceptable crustacean.
Apologies, I thought all my lobsters that I brought with me were acceptable. It seems like you caught one that wasn't.
So we did find a number of other acceptable crustaceans. Those have no problem. Although, I out of curiosity, what is it that you're planning on doing with all of these crustaceans?
I eat them.
These are snack foods.
That's my food. Yeah.
Gotcha.
A little snack. I crack it open, slurp out the little lobster meat.
I see. And again, really apologies if this is if this is an overstepping of, you know, a personal question. And it does seem we're going to be getting an announcement in just a moment here. But the inside of you. Hay or mushy gushy bits? What are we working with?
Mushy gushy bits?
I'm sorry, did you ask me a question?
Yeah, well, I guess, well, it seems like we're getting
attention travelers, there seems to be a cowardly plane. I guess it's afraid of flying, so it's sort of curled up by the Orange Julius right now.
Tragic.
We're trying to coax it out, but if anyone knows how to get the cowardly plane to stop curling up near the Orange Julius, it is supposed to be in the sky. It's delivering a heart to children's hospitals. So someone please, if you know how to get the cowardly plane to come out of its proverbial shell. It has also sort of decimated the Orange Julius.
Wow, and it seems like there's another announcement happening immediately following that.
We gotta put this thing up and then back down.
Seems like there's only one person that could help a cowardly plane like that. That's the Wizard of Saw.
What?
Help me. I know it's obvious, but help me understand why he's called that.
The Wizard of Saw. The T is silent.
Ah! Right. The Wizard of TSA.
Really offensive way to pronounce that. Really offensive way to pronounce that. But
Just kind of felt like a long walk is all. Right. I've only heard legend of the Wizard of Saw. In fact, I don't think I've ever heard it pronounced out loud, which is maybe part of my confusion. I've only seen it in the scriptures, which they make us read to get these jobs.
Yes.
It does seem like there's another announcement happening.
Attention travelers. It did become clear to us that the Wizard of Saw was.
Now, he sounded like he pronounced the T there.
No,
sometimes it's a light little saw.
Saw.
Light little saw.
Apparently, he was operating just with a fully open window next to him, so everyone saw that it's a guy who maybe looks like, you know, a white 29-year-old guy.
Oh my gosh.
But pay no attention to the man behind the open window. That's just a different guy. And I know it might look like he's currently talking, and you're looking at him right now, but that's different. So I gotta go. 10% off at Sbarro if you don't talk about this.
Oh, excellent. Well, that's great news to hear, because if the Wizard of Saw was just a random 29-year-old white guy, that would shatter my entire world.
That would destroy everything.
Anyway, I think we are going to put it to a poll now for some of my security associates to decide whether or not you are safe to fly.
Okay.
Scare plane. Sorry. Are you related?
Relate what? Because we both have Scare as our first
You're
name?
right. That's a dumb question. I apologize. It's just it's not every day that I get to meet someone.
Maybe I don't want to have
you.
a brain. You have a brain, right?
I do.
Man, seems like you're not using it.
Well, that's hurtful. That's hurtful to hear. I think I do a pretty good job here. We are polling now. My associates in the security department are getting their decision made right now, and we're going to go ahead and close that out in just a moment. And it does appear...
Did I have another bag check, or was that...
No, we got him.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
yes you did.
Oh!
No. No, we looked at that other one, right?
We saw two things. We saw
We saw the lobster, the forbidden lobster.
Smoking Mario and the unacceptable
Cigario.
lobster. Yeah.
Cigar.
Cigario, sorry. Cigario and the unacceptable lobster. Which, although you are able to fly, we're gonna need you to complete those forms before we can get you on the flight. So,
Bureaucracy.
I don't make the rules. I just enforce them, sir. So I apologize for
A
that
lot of horrible
inconvenience.
people have said that.
Okay, well, I'm not sure what you're implying.
Good point. There was one more bag.
And it appears there was one additional bag check. We're gonna take a look at that in just a moment. But it does seem that you're safe to fly. So I'm sure whatever it is that's in your bag, it's not gonna be.
It's probably fine.
It's not gonna present a danger
It's probably
to anybody
fine.
on the plane. But just for posterity, we are going to go ahead and check that. And let's have a look at that. What we found in your bag. Once again, this is not an issue. Whatever it is. Okay, so this is just a 24-pack of
That's
Sprite.
just a 24 pack.
This
of
just
Sprite.
looks like a standard 24-pack of Sprite.
Nothing
so
else in there.
This must have just been an error with the machine. I'm so sorry about that, sir. These things happen from time to time.
That's fine.
Great. Well, glad we were able to sort that out, and there you'll be able to find some blank copies of those forms and a pen on that kiosk behind you.
Thank
and
you
can
so
get on your
much.
flight.
Thank you very much.
No problem, sir. And I hope you find your and a salute to you, and thank you for your service. Oh.
That one crashed.
Oh, goodness. Oh, dear. Oh, I hope that had nothing to do with me. Well, folks, thank you so much for helping out with our first security check of the night. And thank you so much to everybody who subscribed. Look at that. We're already 15 out of 20 on our way to our goal, which means I'm assuming we've added some names to our most wanted list. So let's see who we're on the lookout for tonight. Of course, it's Aloysius Devander Abercrombie. With a name like that, you know they did something bad. Gail Goodbear, who is not me. I'm, of course, Gail Goodbar. I'm sorry, Bale Goodbar. Gail Goodbear is somebody that comes up a lot when you search my name on Google, unfortunately, but that's a bad hombre. Thank you for the subscription. This white guy, that definitely isn't Biff. That could be anybody. Hopefully we get more information on that sort of nom de plume. The IBF, which is, of course, the FBI's arch nemesis. The guy that purposely crashed the stock market because he's a fucking idiot. Could be anyone. William Nillard, a.k.a. Willy Nilly. Yes, great. It's always good to get multiple aliases on the in case they're using other names, so thank you for that. Jizz. Please be on the lookout for Jizz. And of course the Kenosha Kid, which I'm hoping isn't something bad. I mean, of course it's something bad. They're on the most wanted list, but more so I'm hoping that it isn't something problematic. But with all of that out of the way, it seems...
God, it is, yeah.
It is. It's like, I thought it was like it's like a school shooter, right?
No, it's Kyle Rittenhouse.
Okay, it's Kyle Rittenhouse. Great.
Damn it, I gotta
Cool.
Google these things.
Well, I hope we take them to task.
Yeah, goodies on there, I guess.
I guess good we're keeping an eye out for that. Folks, we need 4 more subscriptions to hit our goal, but in the meantime, let's go ahead and meet our next passenger. Please step on up. Come on in here. Whoa! Hey! Hey! Where's my taser? Sir, that is no way to approach a security booth in an international airport. Are you trying to get yourself killed?
It's made of wood.
Oh.
It's made of wood. I can take this. If this is the reason you stopped me, I can take this.
Sir, we're going to get to the reason that you were stopped, but I'm going to first need your name so that I can pull up your file.
Tangible, and the last name's Damian.
Tangible Damian. Thank you. And where are you flying today, Mr. Damian?
I'm going to South Florida.
South Florida. Could you be a little bit more specific? Is there a city?
It's Fort Lauderdale, but I'm gonna end up in South Beach.
Got it. Okay, flying into Fort Lauderdale by way of New York. Is this a connecting flight, or did you originate in New York?
I originated in New York, terrible city.
Well, that's hurtful to hear. Sir, can you tell me, is the trip for business or pleasure?
It's for leisure.
For leisure, a vacation of sorts.
If it's between the two, pleasure.
Understood.
But if it's not a drop down and you can write anything, say leisure.
I can actually. Is there anything else you'd like to add about the nature of your trip?
It's for a convention for guys who are kind of getting rid of their smartphones in favor of not dumb phones, but walkie-talkies.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Anyone who I need to talk to is within a walkie radius of me. That's what I think.
Help me understand how that works. So you're saying that you've created, because my understanding of walkie-talkies is something of a closed circuit, which means
That's absolutely correct.
everybody kind of has to be on the same frequency.
How is this any different than the T-Mobile Fave 5? All my buddies have these.
Got it. And could you tell me, just so that I can be on the lookout in case any of those other guys come through my booth, who I'm looking for?
We run sort of, I don't want to say trafficking ring because that has a negative connotation.
Yeah, I'd
but
avoid using that type of language.
We buy and sell people.
Okay, that doesn't help. That
I never see that in the headlines.
Solidity to tangible over. Solidity to tangible.
it sounds like you're getting a call.
Yeah, Solidity. Is that Solidity, Gale?
Yeah, this is solidity. Hey, just wondering what's the holdup? We're over at the Cinnabon, but we didn't see you.
Can
Over.
you get me some of the top of the cinnamon buns? I think that's what they call it. It's where it's icing and soggy dough. It's none of the dry outside. Can you get me 2 boxes of those? 1 to stock, 1 to rock. I just gotta make it past this.
Choose your language wisely.
I'm struggling not to use a slur.
That's
Wimp.
okay.
I could run TSA way better than him.
All right, so I'm gonna have to ask you to answer that call.
2 boxes of the buns, the sloppy way over.
Floppy toppers, yeah, something like that.
Sir, please, your language. Hang
Tangible
up.
out. I have to say that.
Sir, we're gonna have to check your bag, okay? I didn't want to have to do this. I wanted this to be just an easy run-of-the-mill check, but you're really starting to tee me off.
And they say that white people are not discriminated against.
Okay, and
In this universe, I'm white.
in this universe, I could be anything. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what we found in your bag. Now, sir.
What's wrong with this?
Well, there's a number of things. First of all, it's smoking. Now, it's not lit, so that's helpful. But this appears to be, and correct me if I'm wrong, a GameCube wearing a hat smoking a cigarette.
It's my pet.
This is your pet. Okay, and now is this a service GameCube smoking a cigarette wearing a hat?
No, that's why it's in
what
the
I thought.
bag.
Sir, you need to declare these kind of things. Had you filled out the proper
You
paperwork.
declare them when you're coming back into the country.
Not here. That's not how it works.
This is why
here.
I hate New York. Overreach of government.
Look, it's standard procedure here at the TSA that every 3 days we change the rules completely so that it's different from when the last time you got here. Speaking of which, you're still wearing your shoes, I noticed.
I'm TSA pre-check, actually.
Okay.
Which
All
implies I think through if you're randomly pulled aside.
right. That is true. All right, fair enough, sir. Listen, I need to know a little bit more about the nature of your trip. You said that you were going to go to some sort of convention or some sort of get-together with
It's
these
a
people?
speaker series. It's a conference.
That's like TED Talk?
Yeah, it's like TED Talk, but for guys who like to, tender people.
Okay.
Because what I said earlier bothered you.
Yeah, when you were using language like selling people or trafficking people,
Sure.
that starts to, I can imagine you'd understand my concern. That starts to set off alarm bells. What is it exactly that you're doing with people?
I feel like I can be open about it because you can't arrest me for that. You can only arrest me if I have shit here.
Technically, I'm not allowed to arrest you at all. I don't have those powers.
That's
but
perfect. I buy and sell people for the auspices of whatever the people want, but mostly it's harmless.
Mostly.
I think it's harmless for the sake of this so I don't lose you and others.
Got it. Okay.
It's for lonely people.
I see. Okay.
They do nothing wrong to these people. They just hang out. But I do sell them.
Is there a web page or something where you provide these services?
There's a 304 forbidden. There's a broken link.
Got it.
It's
okay.
a tiny, tiny, tiny URL.
I see. Anything that I can access from the World Wide Web that might give me a little bit more information?
There's a QR code that sends you to a list of some of my favorite things.
I see.
You ever used to watch Oprah? She had her Oprah's favorite things.
That's right, yeah. It was kind of like a book club.
Yeah, I also have a book club. That's a different link.
Got it. I see. Sir, I understand what you do is your own business as long as it's not harming anybody
And
else.
I'd love if it stopped right there.
And it's not putting our skies in danger. But
This is the only weapon that I have. The worst I could do is, well, I guess I could hurt a lot of people with
yeah, that's sort of my concern.
But you can travel with this, they said online.
They did. We recently changed the rules. You are now able to bring in weapons as long as they're entirely made of wood. But I am also concerned about that radio or walkie-talkie. Now, I'm assuming it doesn't have a airplane mode like a modern cell phone.
Doesn't have to, because it doesn't connect to the social towers, to the sheeple, liberal, cuck media.
Okay, all right. Okay, and
Cell towers that are giving you cancer and not me, by the
Please
way.
do not, passersby, please do not applaud for people who are currently undergoing additional security screening.
Stop the count!
He's brave. I don't necessarily agree, but he's got an opinion, and that's admirable.
People like when you have something to say.
I am going to consult with some of my security advisors here just to make sure that we've done a thorough check.
Yeah.
And speaking of a thorough check, we're going to check your bag.
Again?
Or yes, we did find an additional thing in your bag. But associates in the chat, is there anything else we want to know about Tangible here? Anything we want to ask him about? And in the meantime, let's have a look at what else we found in your bag. Now, what is this? Is this official government-issued documentation?
Yeah, basically, I haven't made my choice yet, but I'm sure one or more of those groups is why I've been depressed for a decade.
Got it. Okay. Well, obviously, it doesn't appear that it's been signed yet or checked yet, which means that you are able to take it on the plane.
Thank you.
But we did get a question here. This is sort of a hypothetical. Cyanide wants to know, is there like a loyalty program for customers of your services?
Yeah, if you basically purchase the friendship mostly of 4 human beings, you get the 5th one 5% off.
And what are those numbers ballparked for me in terms of how much it costs?
How much does your car cost?
My car?
What do you
Like the
drive?
monthly
How much
payments?
did you pay? You lease.
I'm leasing.
He
right
leases. I'm really wealthy.
now. A lot of people lease cars. It seems like we've got an announcement. Hold on one second.
Attention travelers, attention travelers. I bought a friend, and he's being kind of annoying.
It's gonna be, it's no returns.
Can someone deal with this? This guy's sort of like, can someone come take this guy from me?
Hey,
Why is this an announcement?
I like your shoes. I like your shoes.
When they speak meekly, it makes
like-
it seem like they're in danger.
You
So
want
I
me
try to
you want
encourage
me
them to speak
compliment
up.
your shoes?
Oh, you think that this is one of your...
You're complimenting my shoes.
Almost entirely.
Name one instance when you and your friend, the main thrust of your conversation is them being like, do you want me to say nice things about your shoes? It's never happened to me, but here I am.
Great PR for your services,
I don't love hearing it.
unfortunately.
I don't
So
love it.
because of this, we're actually, everything at the hot dog on a stick is now 15% more expensive.
Ah, shit.
Everything there is 15% more now.
I heard, by the way, they discounted, they add. It's a sliding scale
Yeah.
depending on how confident the person is over the PA.
That is unfortunately how the airport food economy does work. It's kind of like, it's like the stock market. It's all based on the confidence of the people who are using it. Well, sir, I appreciate you being honest with me, if nothing else, about the nature of your business. We are going to pull up a poll now in just a moment to decide whether...
I don't
my
think I did
associates-
anything wrong. You can disagree with me.
That's abundantly clear, sir, is that you don't think you did anything wrong. But ultimately, it's going to be the decision of my security associates who are going to vote now to determine whether or not...
Can I just say
you're
one
safe
last
flight.
thing?
Please, make your closing statement.
I'm going to South Florida.
Right, Fort Lauderdale.
So a lot of people, they don't like me. Why wouldn't you want me down there?
So your appeal to the security associates is
Just let me
get
there.
me out of here.
They'll be fine with me there.
Right, I see. Better here than there is sort of your is the case you're trying to make.
I think there's a mutual agreement towards that.
Well, it's a compelling point, and Fuloof agrees. But
Great name.
There's a lot of people out there who do unfortunately disagree with you and Fuloof. We're going to close out this poll now, and it does appear tangible that, and I'm getting a little bit nervous about how you started to brandish your weapon as I began this sentence, but it does appear that our associates have deemed you not safe to fly.
If I didn't have to lay low because of how many lists I'm on, I would hit you in the chest with this.
Okay, please don't threaten a public servant like me. I'm just trying to do my job. There's a variety of ways to get down to southern Florida that don't involve the skies.
Like what, driving?
Yes, perhaps in a leased car.
No way. I drive an awesome sedan. I mod it.
What kind of mods are you working with?
Talk us through this.
Well, I tried to get a Golf because that's highly moddable, but I couldn't afford it at the time.
Sure.
So I got a Jetta.
Okay.
Same manufacturer, same color I would have gotten in the Golf, electric blue.
Pragmatic vehicle choice.
And I've added all-wheel tires. I've added all-season drive, and
You can drive this thing in any season.
I've added a bunch of Pistons license plates to it
Incredible stuff.
from
Well,
Detroit.
sir, I encourage you to use that vehicle to take your way down to Florida because unfortunately you're not going to be flying today and you are excused from the line.
Damn it!
Tragic.
Should have gone to Now York Customs and gotten his ride rizzed up. That car would have been sick as hell. Folks!
I call this Now York Customs.
Oh, because that's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty funny, guy standing just out of frame. That guy said that he was on a bunch of lists. Well, let's see if he's on the list that we're making tonight, thanks to you, our subscribers. Yes, of course, I'm talking about the FBI Most Wanted list, which you, our eyes and ears here in Now York, are adding to. And look at that! With that last sub from Sharphand Joe, who gifted a sub to Hush NW, we've hit our goal, which means that in a little while we're going to be headed to the air traffic control tower. I think I'm going to handle one more passenger, but then we'll be headed to the air traffic control tower. Just 1 second, passenger. Hold your horses, passenger. Give me 1 second, passenger. I'm gonna handle you in just one moment. But I do want to see who's been added to our most wanted list. So let's have a look at that. In addition to everybody we've already heard from, of course, the rest. Yes, all of them have been added to the FBI's most wanted list, as well as the delectable handful of peas. No! I thought delectable handful of peas was good. Harpo, Oprah's nemesis. Oh, I just seeing it written out now makes me understand why they're.
Whoa.
Yeah. Crazy how that works. Yeah.
Do you know her birth name is Orpha?
I did hear that.
No.
And Scarfield, the non-Monday mobster. Scarfield, the non-Monday mobster, is also on the list.
Stroke right now.
Folks, thank you so much for helping us understand who it is that we should be keeping an eye out for. And please keep those subscriptions coming along with those entries into the FBI's most wanted list so that we know exactly who we should be on the lookout here for in the security checkpoint. And speaking of being on the lookout, I think I see our next passenger sauntering up here. Sir, please walk normal. Please walk normal. You're alarming me, sir. Sir, please walk normal. This is an airport. Sir, show some respect.
Pow! Pow!
Whoa! Where's my taser? This is why I need to be armed. Sir.
What are you gonna do, shoot him?
I don't know. What if I had to? Sir, what's your name? And please stop pointing that at me. You're making me nervous.
Jazz Dolph?
Jazz, first name Jazz, last name Dolph. I'm pulling up your file now, and Mr. Dolph, we are immediately going to be checking your bag.
Oh.
But in the interim,
Immediately.
while we prepare that, can you tell me a little bit about where you're headed?
Poland. Poland Spring.
Poland Spring.
Poland Spring.
Great water
spring.
there, I've heard. Really
Yeah.
fresh water.
That's a common misconception, actually.
What? Oh, how so?
The water is not drinkable.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes me nervous about the water I've been drinking, frankly. Poland Spring, now is that in the country of Poland or So I'm going to ask you to answer my question directly.
This is how I think, actually. This is how
Oh, I
I
see.
answers. I have to kind of process it,
Okay.
you know? What was the question?
Poland Spring, is it in the country of Poland or in another place?
It's in the country of Poland.
I see. Okay, so sort of like a Kansas City is inside of Kansas.
Yeah,
sort of
there's also a
situation.
Poland Spring in Missouri.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And see, that was the nature of my confusion. And
Yeah.
can you tell me, if not for the delicious water, which I've just come to realize is not actually so delicious,
That's not from Poland Spring.
why are you traveling to Poland Springs, Poland, then, sir?
The Poland Spring Jazz Festival.
The jazz festival is happening in
Kinda big one.
Poland.
Pow pow!
Hey, sir, please. I'm gonna request that you don't do that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Makes me freak out.
I'm sorry.
The jazz festival. Now, are you going as a performer or as an audience member or both?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of
A little bit
both.
of
I
both.
see. So you play,
No.
but you intend to perform.
Yeah.
Sir, in what capacity do you intend to perform if not to play an instrument?
I kind of want to just get up there. Yeah. Just kind of feel it out.
Kind of like a vibe guy.
Yeah.
I see.
That's kind of what jazz is, what they do.
I'm not really into jazz. I say it's sort of like the improv of music, and I don't have any instinct for that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
help me understand, when you get on stage, what exactly are you anticipating will happen?
Yeah, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm kind of gonna first I'm gonna kind of hit him with one of these. And
Sure.
then it's like whoever wants to give me an instrument. We go from there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you... I want to get into a further line of questioning, sir, but
Yeah.
before we do, we should check your bag. I've noticed that we've got 2 suspicious items that we've located in your bag. Here's the
2?
first. Thank you, Swag Jaguar, for the subscription. Here's the first image. Now, this...
Whoa. Yeah.
That checks out.
This is So Far
Yeah.
by Kelsey Grammer. Obviously, this is a banned book.
Yeah.
So we cannot have that on the flight. We found that it radicalizes passengers in a way, almost activates them like a Manchurian candidate.
Oh, into becoming.
They become violent on the flight.
Yeah, which is his whole thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Kelsey Grammer, famously violent,
Violent,
unpredictably so.
Yeah.
So
see that.
you're not going to be able to bring that on board. Is there a reason that you had that?
Yeah, I was watching a little Frasier, and it was making me violent.
Got it. And so the book was sort of the next logical step.
Yeah. I was like, this is what he does visually, but what are his thoughts
Right.
on the matter?
Really trying to understand the philosophy
Yeah. And he
of
really,
Kelsey Grammer's violence.
yeah, he gets into it.
I'd love to know someday, but I'm afraid of what I might do. So I try not to read that kind of thing. We did find a second item in your bag. We're going to have a look at that
Hit me.
in just a moment. Now, can you explain this?
Yeah.
That is a signed Polaroid of Jenna Fisher.
Oh,
That's Pam
yes.
from The Office.
Yeah. So we go
And I'm
way
sure
back.
you can appreciate why we can't allow this on the plane. But
Yeah.
why do you have it?
I have it because we were in the office together.
Do I
Yeah.
recognize
Yes.
you? You were
Jazz Dolph.
right.
You remember the
You
episode?
played yourself.
Yes.
You were a guest appearance
I was
on
a
that
guest.
one episode in season 4. That's right.
Season
oh my
4, episode
goodness.
3, look it up.
I have not watched in a really long time. This is Jazz Doll from The Office, of
And
course.
yeah, and there's a scene in the episode where I take a Polaroid of her, and so that's kind of like from the show. It's like that's the actual Polaroid from that episode.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I see. And unfortunately, we cannot have any Office memorabilia on the plane because people love The Office so much that it might distract the pilots, and they might do
Oh.
something insane.
Yeah.
They'll see Jenna Fisher, and they'll be like, "Oh shit, The Office is on," and they'll just sort of stare at that photograph until the plane crashes.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit worried, frankly, that even a guest performer being on the plane might solicit
It's happened.
elicit that effect.
It's happened.
So
happened.
perhaps we could put you in a mask or something. But it does seem like there's an announcement happening.
Attention all travelers, we're just gonna take about 20 seconds here to play a jazz song, and everyone just react how you would if you heard jazz, or maybe you've never heard it before.
One of these classic announcements.
Love that one.
Okay, well,
All right, all right.
Hey,
Hold up. That was so fucked up and scary.
I could not agree more.
I gotta place you under arrest. That is, you are not allowed to explore the confines of where music can go. You gotta play music that has structure and form and is not free expression, but rather fitting inside a box of some kind.
Thank you, officer. Just what I was thinking.
I want to hear music that's sort of like, okay, I get it. It's gonna be this for 4 minutes. I can't hear suddenly we've changed keys or anything like that.
Ideally, the lyrics tell you what to do, like stomp to the left.
Exactly.
Or cha-cha, which I
your
don't
hands up.
fully know what that means, but at least the guy's telling me to do it.
It makes me feel so good when they go, this is a song about being sad, and now you're gonna be upset about it. Now I know where I am and what's going on. You gotta come with me, pal.
Get this guy out of here.
this
Makes
is
me
messed up.
sick.
This is messed up. What's messed up is finding something in the moment.
Disgusting. I can't imagine not knowing what's gonna happen.
Ooh,
Well,
last minute
folks.
Bag check there.
Let's see what was in that criminal's bag also. Yes, of course it was this. Jesse Pickman. Another attempt to traffic living beings in our airport.
This would be a great friend.
You're gonna go free, Jesse Pickman. We're gonna let him free. We're just gonna let him run around in the airport.
He'll die out there.
Not my problem. All right, folks. We have hit our goal. Thank you so much to the generous subscribers. We've not only hit our goal, we've exceeded it by 2 subs, which means we're gonna head on over to the air traffic control tower where you, the viewer at home, is going to assist our air traffic control tower guy, or gal, probably a guy
I
though,
have a feeling it's a guy.
to assist in an air traffic emergency. What's that?
What's Pikmin?
Pikmin's like a Nintendo video game.
Is that when in Sonic?
No, it's not in Sonic.
But
It's a different
I'm
game.
thinking of a Chow.
Pikmin are like little plant
You know
guys.
the little guys I'm talking about in Sonic, though?
Nope,
In Sonic,
never played that.
in Sonic Adventure, sometimes you go to this little like open field, and there's these little guys.
Chow.
It's a Chow.
I'm hearing it's a chow.
Let's go to air traffic.
We're gonna go to air traffic control, folks. We'll see you back here after that. Don't go anywhere.
And so then I said, that's not really considerate of my feelings. I'm just a guy trying as well. I said, we're all just trying our best out here. It's not fair to say that I'm, you know. And then the plane exploded. What's up, everybody? I'm an air traffic control guy. I'm just sort of hanging out. Pretty fine day today. It's been pretty good. I got yelled at earlier in the week, so I'm feeling a little sensitive. But luckily, I think everything's gonna be okay. Yeah, should be a good one today. Most days, I sit here for 8 hours, and then I walk right out the door. I hope it's one of those days.
Mayday, mayday!
Oh, shit.
Mayday!
Hello?
Come in, come in. Can
Hello?
anyone hear me?
Yes, hi, I'm here. I'm listening to you. There's no need to raise your voice.
Hello, sorry. My blood sugar was dropping rapidly, so I opened a bag of Skittles and ate one, but it was a sour Skittle instead, and now it was so sour my muscles are seizing up. I can't even grab a hold of the controls anymore.
Uh-oh, you've gone medically sour? Okay. let me try to talk to the chat here. Okay, chat, we have someone who's seized up and cannot work the controls. Maybe we can try to either help this person, or we can find someone else on the plane who might be able to land the plane for us, because once you've eaten one sour Skittle that you weren't mentally prepared for, you can be completely incapacitated. He needs to cancel it with spicy. Find some hot sauce. He's your father's lover? Do you know a guy named Brock?
Yeah?
Are you having sex with him?
We haven't gotten there yet, but we're warming up to the idea.
Okay, that shouldn't affect my work. I can't let that affect my work. Okay. Do you have any of the sweet Skittles? We could maybe cancel it out.
It's all sour in here.
It's all sour. Do you have any spicy foods on board? That could help cancel it out.
I don't, but I think there's a chef here.
There's a chef? Can you get me a chef?
Bam!
Emerald?
Yeah, it's me, Emerald Lagasse.
Oh my god, Emerald.
This is what I've always sounded like, I promise.
You sort of sound like Jesse Ventura a little bit.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Carrie movies.
Okay. Listen, Emerald, we've got a incapacitated pilot here.
That is not Bam.
Okay, yes, that is very not Bam.
I'm actually really scared.
Okay, yes, you should. I'm gonna need your help here. Chat, what can I have Emerald whip up for us that'll maybe get us to land this plane? And please, if this person is sleeping with my father, do not tell me. I can't let that get in my head right now. At least he isn't your mother's lover. Can he go on hot ones? Just straight up garlic. Okay. What do you got ingredients? Oh my god, what do you got ingredients wise on there?
I've got some smoked paprika, not spicy though. That isn't spicy.
That spicy.
People think it's spicy.
It feels like it will be, but
because
no.
people think it's cayenne.
Yeah.
Bam!
Emerald, stay with me, Emerald.
Sorry. I was just thinking of I've been having a lot of sex recently.
That's so cool. Fuck.
He's this really, really awesome guy.
Oh, no, I can't hear that. Emerald, sorry. I need to stay with you to stick with me. Hey, how white is the pilot? Do you got a sense of that?
I want a Brock! Yeah! Dun, 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 dun. I'm fucking Brock! Dun.
No!
His name is Brock.
I know. My dad just found out he's bisexual and he's exploring himself, and I'm proud of him, but it's getting in the way at my job.
You're gonna start turning Emerald on because it sounds a lot like my lover.
Okay.
Wait, you and Brock did it?
No.
Yeah.
Hey, Brock, can I get the pilot for a second? I don't think my dad ever said you two were exclusive. I know he's really focused right now. I know right now he's really focused on exploring and discovering himself. I doubt he would say you two were exclusive.
Well, the sour stuff isn't really affecting me anymore because my heart's just broken.
Well, I'm great. Now your heart's Okay, well...
that sucks timing-wise because I did just find red chili flakes in my pocket.
Ooh, that would be so good for a white guy that's so spicy. Oh my god. Okay. Listen, now his heart is broken. We've got to get him feeling in love again, maybe, or just maybe in a better mood. Get his mind off of it. Sometimes it's not about finding new love, but just like other passions to keep you going in life. What can we do for that? Give him CPR, send him photos of your dad? No, I think that's, no, I think we want to get his mind off of my dad. Ask about your mom. Give him a parachute. Pottery. Fuck emerald. Oh, like they could fuck each other. I get that. Let's all think about maybe a way they don't have sex with each other that would also save them. Listen to Krungben. Pretty good. Jump out of the plane. As soon as I said let's make it not have sex with each other, everyone just wilted immediately. They're just, oh, I don't know, I'm out. That's hacky sack.
36 questions from the New York Times to fall in love.
Oh, yeah. Maybe just like platonic cuddling. Oh, okay, yeah. Let's give him a loaded baked potato. Cooking. We're going back to cooking. Buy him a cat. Cuddle pool. Give me the pilot again. Hey, I've got something for you. Is there IKEA furniture in there? Something tactile? Something you can do with your hands to keep you busy?
There's not anything from IKEA, but there is a guy from Poland Springs.
Okay. Hello?
What's up?
What's up, man? You're from Poland Springs?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Listen, I've got a heartbroken pilot here. Is there something?
Oh, no.
I know.
A heartbroken pilot?
Yes, it sucks. We need him to land the plane, but he's so sad.
Oh.
Is there something you can maybe do to cheer him up?
Yeah, well, we here in Poland Spring, we sing songs.
Oh, sing to him.
Music.
Okay, yeah, maybe you all can jam or something. What would you sing to him?
The national anthem.
You're gonna sing of Poland?
Of America.
Of America. Okay.
It's the same, actually.
Okay.
But
can I get a 4-piece jazz band to sort of surround you in the cockpit like that movie Airplane?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, beautiful.
I thought you'd never ask.
Perfect. And now, I guess just whenever you guys are ready, let's give it a try.
Oh, say, can you sing? In the Poland Spring.
Poland Springs National.
They're very similar. Look back at the lyrics of the American. You'll see a lot of similarities.
I'll pull it up right now.
And the rockets are jumping about. And the bombs bursting.
Wow, these are the exact lyrics.
Skibbity boop. And the flag was still there.
Still there.
Oh, say does that Stars Banner still swing?
Say does that Stars Banner still swing? Yeah. I'm
Ba-ba-da-bop.
a bob-a-dop-bop.
In the land of the free.
Under the free.
And the Poland Spring.
Wow. Wow, real Berenstein Bears scenario with the national anthem. I had no idea those were the lyrics the entire time.
A lot of people don't know.
Yeah, well, hey, thanks so much. You guys landed the plane. None of you fuck my dad ever again. Do you understand me? None of you ever fuck my...
irrelevant nowadays.
Welcome back to the Now York International Airport, folks. My name, of course, is Bale Goodbar. I'm filling in for Biff Tootsie here at the security checkpoint. If you are just joining us, you are helping me today to screen some passengers to make sure that they are safe to fly. I hope that you had a successful time at the air traffic control tower. We really appreciate you helping our people up there keep our skies safe. And if you want to revisit the air traffic control tower, which I highly encourage that you do, let's go ahead and hit our sub goal. We just need 23 more subs, and then we'll go back to the air traffic control tower for another emergency landing. And speaking of subs, thank you to everybody who subscribed so far. You guys have been helping us keep an eye out for the most wanted criminals here plaguing our security and our safety here at the Now York International Airport. Let's see who else is on the list. And thanks for that sub that just came in from No Cats. But there's 2 new additions to the most wanted list. Of course, there's a Rastafarian with a bad attitude, and of course it's just his bad attitude that we're concerned with. The Rastafarian element is not the reason that he's on the list, but it's sort of a way that we can identify him. And would love to get any more information on that guy so that we don't have to put him in the list like that. Like a name would be great, but for right now, that's all we're working with. And Michael Crime from the Sonic game with the open field. Damn it, that Michael Crime. We are going to capture him someday, I hope. But folks, if there are additional people or organizations that you think are a danger, a threat to national security here in Now York, go ahead and subscribe, and then subscribe just like Richards did. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. There's no vowels. Go ahead and subscribe and let us know who to keep an eye on. We'll add it to the list. We'll be checking on that periodically throughout the night. But with all that housekeeping out of the way, I think it's time to meet our next passenger and see if they're safe to fly. Hello, sir.
Hi, how's it going?
Hi, doing well. And could I get your... Oh, okay, I see you've got a passport here.
Yeah.
You can just slide that into the slot right there.
Cool, yeah. Cupid.
Thank you. Cupid. Okay.
Yeah.
Great, thank
From
you.
the mythology, yeah.
Right, yes. The mythological cherub.
I was a cherub in Renaissance era. I've grown.
I didn't want to say anything, but since you're bringing it up, you look terrible. I remember the last time I saw you, you were like a cute little pudgy baby.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Michael Cera was once a cute little pudgy baby. Now he kind of looks awful if you see him.
I think he still looks pretty good. Cupid, where are you headed today?
I've got to go to the capital of the United States.
United States Capitol.
I'm gonna make someone fall in love.
I see. Oh, wow. Okay. So that's still sort of your main occupation.
Yeah, this is what I do. I mean, you know, I look pretty good. I'm hundreds of years old, so I think I'm actually doing pretty good for myself.
Well, that's your opinion. Cupid, we are going to be checking your bag. We did find something in your bag, but I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge the fact that you do appear to be concealing well, not even really concealing, carrying a firearm in your
Oh, I'm supposed to have the arrow and the bow.
Well, ideally, sir, that you don't have any weapons in the airport. You can probably appreciate that that's a safety concern for passengers and yourself, frankly.
Can you appreciate that this is my work, that I need this for work? I had an arrow and a bow when I was a little cherubic boy hundreds of years ago, but we've made incredible advancements in technology, and now I can carry a pistol just as well.
So, in the same way that your magical arrow and bow, you would fire and hit someone with an arrow, they would fall in love, you're saying that now you shoot them with a gun.
Yes, and then they fall in love.
Got it. Okay, well, we are probably going to have to run some tests on that just to ensure that that is indeed what that gun does and that it's not a deadly firearm.
Well, look in my bag. This should clear things up.
Okay, yes, we are going to. We're in just a moment now. We're going to display what it is that our boys found in your bag on the screen behind you here. Let's have a look. And it does look like... yeah, could you go ahead and explain this for me, please?
This is the newest literature in love. This is, again, I'm just keeping up with the times. This is not... Monogamy is not necessarily for everyone anymore. We're learning this. We're learning that, you know, love is many different forms, and it's sort of a spectrum. And so you can not necessarily have to be married all the time. That's something I'm trying to sort of undo that primitive understanding of love.
And you're something of an expert on love. Now, this is sort of interesting because it makes me think, like, when you shoot somebody with your love gun.
Yes.
Is that a fair way to describe the weapon? Could you theoretically shoot 3, 4, 5 people and put them into some sort of polycule?
Sometimes I do. Yeah. Sometimes I find
interesting.
Sometimes I find like one really beautiful woman and then like 7 really strange men. And I shoot them all with my gun, and then they all form some sort of polycule together where mostly they're taking care of her chores and stuff.
Interesting. And is there a gun, and I'm just spitballing here, that could make those people smell normal?
Unfortunately, we have not gotten that technology yet.
Well,
I'm desperate for it.
I'm eager for you to develop something like that. But
anyway, I'm going to the Capitol because, believe it or not, the President of the United States needs to fall in love.
The President of the United States, Donald Trump, but I thought he was in love. Doesn't he have a wife?
You can have a wife and not be in love. In fact, many Americans, many people all around the world are not in love with their partners.
That's so
that's
sad.
why I need... Yes.
Why is that guy clapping?
That's why I need to go and use this on the president.
We're really dancing a fine line here in terms of YouTube's terms of service.
I'm Cupid and I'm trying to make the president fall in love. That's why I need to go and use this on the president.
Right. The love gun, the magical love gun.
The magical
that doesn't
love gun.
kill people but makes them fall in love.
Exactly.
Right. So Cupid, tell me more about your plan, because obviously I imagine you have anticipated there will be a fair amount of security for the president, who has been, I'm sure you read in the news, almost shot with a real gun.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy.
Pretty sure that was fake, though.
Got it. Well, we've got an announcement. We've got an announcement, and I'd love to hear a little bit more about your reasoning for that, but we should probably shut the fuck up now and listen to what the airport announcement is. And here comes the speaker. I don't know why they couldn't just install these in the roof and leave them there.
I like it. I feel like I'm in the future.
Attention passengers, attention. There's been a lot of gun sightings lately. Just want to everyone to be aware that these are love guns.
Yes.
Oh.
These are love guns. These are not guns that are meant to hurt you. Be ready to be shot, and be ready to be be ready to be filled with love. Because these guns do shoot bullets. They are bullets, but they make you love. They make you love each other. So don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid.
And if somebody has this, let them get as close to the president as they possibly can with the guns. Let them get as close as they can to the president with the gun, the love gun, so they can shoot the president full of love.
Full of love? Did he say full of love?
I heard him say full
also,
of love.
the Sakaru Japan, the little free samples, they're no longer free. They're $5.
The samples are $5?
Yeah, that sucks.
That's rough. At that point, just get a meal, I feel like.
Yeah. There's a lot of different love guns. Have you seen the Shinzo Abe love gun?
That was a love gun?
Yes, that was a love gun.
So you're saying it was just coincidental that at the exact moment that he was shot with it, he also seemed to die?
Yeah, I think so. That's my belief.
That's a beautiful tragic
A lot of
irony.
these stuff, it's like, these are all, deep state operations. I can't get into that. I'm Cupid. But anyway, I'm not worried. I'm going to walk right up, and if anyone says any problem, I'm going to give them the symbol that lets them know I'm Cupid, which is this.
You've sort of claimed that.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Well, you know what, Cupid? Obviously, my job sort of begins and ends here at the airport, so what you do once you get to the Capitol is sort of your business, but I am tasked with ensuring that what happens in the airplane is going to be all above board. So, can I ask, do you intend to use that, and I don't want to use the word weapon because it's
not
more
a weapon.
of a tool.
Not a weapon.
Do you intend to use that tool on the plane?
No. I mean, maybe if I'm on the plane and someone is like not in love, and by not in love, a great tell if someone's not in love is if they're like, what are you doing? You're not allowed to have that on here. That's a tell that their heart's not in the right place, that they're distracted, that
they have suspicions, their heart isn't pure.
So then I might have to use it. If they say, hey, didn't you try to do this last week that we were told not to let you on the plane, that means their heart's not in the right place. They're thinking about something else.
Interesting.
And
okay.
where's your heart at these days?
I'm happily married. So I'm
happy.
I'm happy. I'm in love with my wife. Frankly, it makes me a little bit nervous to even be around something. Prove what?
Prove that you love your wife.
Prove it.
You know what's a great way to prove you love your wife?
Yeah.
Stamp me through right now, because you're not even thinking about me. You're thinking about her.
Well, I don't have the jurisdiction to just allow you to go through. I have to consult with my associates. But I guess my nerves is that being around a tool like that, if I were to be hit with that, I'd be nervous that I would fall in love with someone other than my wife, which obviously would be tragic.
It'd be tragic. It'd be a real shame if that happened. It'd be a real shame if you fell in love with someone other than your wife. If you know what I mean.
Right. That's
right.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe go ahead and stamp that passport.
So let's go ahead and get the poll up. And this guy seems cool to me. This guy seems chill. He's just gonna help the president fall in love. Now, this actually kind of brings me back to my original point. The president, I assumed, was in love with his wife, Melania, but you're saying he's not in love.
I think you're the only person in the world that genuinely thinks that.
You come on. Together, they're such a perfect match.
There's no way anyone thinks that.
An international supermodel, him, tall-ish. So, if he's not in love with her, who are you planning on setting him up with? I assume the gun has to be shot at 2, or is it just like the first person you see when you get hit with the gun is who you fall in love with? And do you have a plan for that?
You're asking a lot of questions for a guy in love.
What do you mean?
If you were in love, I don't think you'd be asking this many questions. It'd be a shame if you weren't actually in love and I had to show you were in love.
I'm so in love. Okay. I'll call my wife right now.
Do it then.
I'll call my, where's my cell phone? Did anyone see my phone?
Use mine.
Sure. I know my wife's number by heart, so this isn't a problem.
Thank you very much. Hello?
Hey, honey, it's Bale.
What do you want?
Sorry, I know you're probably working. I am too. It's just I'm
not.
You're not? Oh, you're not?
I was gonna make dinner, and then I was gonna watch a show, and now I'm kind of like in between in the decision. I'm doing nothing, but what?
Totally. It's silly. It's just like I'm at work right now, and I've got this guy in front of me. It's Cupid, and it's a long story, but basically, like, I just wanted to prove him we're in love. So, I love you, and
what else do you have to say? And what?
No, I'm just being like, I love you. And do you have anything to say?
Is this what the call's gonna be? Just don't.
What do you mean?
By the way, later when you get in, because you work the night shift, when you get in later, can you not get in the bed in the way that you do that makes the whole thing ripple like the ocean? It wakes me up and then I resent you for it.
Got a waterbed?
We have a waterbed.
That's awesome.
It's hard because of the waterbed.
What gets me off the phone right now?
I'm going through a tunnel. Sorry, I'm going through a tunnel.
At work?
I can't hear you.
You're going through a tunnel at TSA checkpoint?
Yep.
Wow.
So I'm in love.
Most loving conversation
so basically,
I've ever
I'm in
heard.
love, and it looks like. Oh, and look at that. Let's close out that poll. Wow. Looks like you're good to go.
Good.
Are we letting Cupid shoot the president with a love gun so that he falls in love? Obviously.
What do we think, Jake? Legally, am I in hot water for this one?
It's not a great look.
Okay.
But I think we've danced around it enough to.
One of these days, Chris Chalakian will be the first American citizen deported. I think so. I think it's coming. I don't want it to be, but I think it is. All right, see ya.
The transcript of the audio is for sure getting us flagged. We can only hope that a human reviews the VOD. Folks, another passenger safely in our skies, thanks to you, our security council, who is helping us decide whether or not these people are safe to fly. We've got a couple more subs, so thank you so much to everybody who's subscribed so far. And subs mean additional people added to our most wanted list. Let's see who those people are. Of course, in addition to Michael Crime, Cupid, aka son of a bitch! Oh shit! We just let that guy get on a plane. Ah, nuts. Whoever invented the Shinzo Abe hate gun is also
That's what happened.
That's what that was. Okay, and now I understand how Cupid was lying to me. Cupid was lying to me about all that. Okay, well, all that stuff I said about great work, guys, I guess forget I said that. Get your head in the game. We cannot be letting people who are on the most wanted list get on planes. But what we can do is get 17, I think, if my math is right, more subs, so we can head back to the air traffic control tower. Please, let's get those subs in. Let's head back to the air traffic control tower before the night is over. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and meet our next traveler. Yep, right this way. Come on forward. Hi there.
Hey,
What's your name, sir?
Mark Mothersba? No relation.
Mark Mothersba. No relation.
That's correct.
And Mr. Mothersba, where are you traveling today?
I am going to, my ultimate destination is, West Hollywood, California.
West Hollywood. And you flying direct into West Hollywood?
Into LAX, but
Got it.
I thought you meant like where am I going to end up?
No, that's, thank you, I appreciate that. And the nature of the visit, is this business, pleasure, visiting family, what's going on?
Yeah, my niece was just born, so I want to meet the little fucker. Yeah, thank you. Can I ask why I was pulled aside? I feel like I'm a pretty normal guy.
Generally, it's a random screening. Sometimes it can be something that we find in your bag. Sometimes it's just what you look like. Sometimes it's, well, I notice here you've got an instrument with you. Sometimes large items like that can be used to conceal smuggling drugs, weapons, that sort of thing. Sometimes it's what you look like? Yeah, sometimes when you look like a dangerous guy, that's I'm worried
I'm gonna
the things you would think, but sometimes when you look like something, we pull you aside.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm worried because I'm gonna miss my flight, and
Totally.
I just kind of want to whip it on out of here.
I hear that. So tell me, what's going on? It's a festivity for your niece, or what's happening in West Hollywood?
Well, yeah, I just am meeting the little fucker. You can ask me. Everyone usually asks me. I swear to God, you're the guy from Devo.
Okay, because of the hat.
Because of the hat. Because of the name.
Right. But you said
Mark
no
Mothersba is the guy from Devo.
Right.
I am not
you
him.
You said no relation.
I do have his name.
You have his name and his hat.
I didn't know he wore this. A lot of people. This is my first time wearing the hat.
You're aware?
This is my first time wearing it outside the house. 4 people have told me walking in.
To me, it's shocking that you would know enough about him to say no relation, but not enough about him to know that he's in Devo or that's the iconic
We have
hat.
the same name and he's in Devo. All right, let's just
understood. Well, sir, obviously, whether or not you're in Devo, that has no bearing on whether or not you're going to be safe to fly.
To see my niece and to have a meeting with Wes Anderson.
Oh, okay, that's exciting. What's the nature of the meeting? Are you pitching?
He wanted to talk. I don't know what he could want with me. I mean, I'm a data entry clerk.
So he just sort of sent you a cryptic message that
he sent me an email. I mean, markmothersba@gmail.com. He said, Mark, would love to work with you again. I'm like, again? Oh. I see. That is... I don't know, that's some kind of... I know he's quirky, so...
Yeah, that famously he is sort of like a sort of an odd
and then I kind of would like to learn how to play this thing, so I brought the axe and...
you're just starting out.
Yeah.
That could be potentially part of the reason that you were flagged. Like I was saying, sometimes people will try to smuggle
no drugs in here.
Or weapons in there. Got it.
There's a couple picks, because I keep kind of losing them in the shit.
Understandably so. Now I do see
a criminal record
here in your file, and again, your past has no necessary bearing on what you're going to do in the future. But
and thanks for saying that.
Would you like to just for the sake of honesty, tell me a little bit about some of these incidents?
Yeah, I stole a train. I started working at a children's play gym where I sort of started to implant my political beliefs into their wanton ears.
Right.
that wasn't legal trouble, but I got sued, which is different.
Right.
It was a civil case.
We have civil cases in our files here.
Damn it,
too,
I didn't know that, and I learned it just
But
now.
I did want to get back to the stealing of the train because obviously, as part of the transportation safety administration,
I think you can figure that out after I get on the plane.
we track all types of transportation, trains being one of them. And so if you're going to steal a train, we have
Well,
to
I would have gotten away with it if it hadn't spilled a bunch of chemicals in Ohio.
Oh no.
Bigger train than I was
Oh
picturing.
dear.
I know, same here. I thought I saw the end of it, but it kept going, and then I got nervous because I knew how many cars were behind me, and I just poisoned a village.
Oh geez. Well,
It
you know,
was- yeah.
thankfully most of our planes do not have giant loads of poison on them. So
I'm not gonna commandeer it, by the way. I just want to get.
I would hope not, but we are unfortunately going to have to check your bag.
Damn it.
We did find something a little bit suspicious in here, and once again, this is not necessarily going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. You
Okay.
could still potentially be safe to fly, but we did flag something here, so we're going to be pulling that up in just a second on the television screen behind you.
Sure.
Let me see if I can bring that up here. And just to be clear here, are you traveling with anything besides this and the bag that we're checking? Is there anything else you'd like to declare?
I guess these are not prescription.
It's just an aesthetic choice.
I feel like if I'm honest about it, people will think it's cool.
we appreciate honesty here.
Yeah.
And honestly, it is kind of cool. I think you're pulling them off. Now, this does seem to be an industrial robot designed for some sort of manufacturing. Could potentially be dangerous. Can you explain to me why you're bringing it with you on the plane?
I'm nervous as hell that my sister and brother-in-law are gonna ask me to change their daughter's diaper. And I don't want to get anywhere near the shit. So I did get one of these, and I think I'll be able to operate it without harming her.
Got it. I see. So you're anticipating that your brother-in-law and your sister, rather than just changing it themselves, would like you to use that machine?
Maybe they're like cooking, pasta. And
Takes a
they're-
village.
Yeah, it does take a village.
Ideally,
which
one
is-
that hasn't been poisoned by a train.
That's really funny. It cuts me deep,
Sorry.
but to someone else that'd be funny.
Sorry. I kind of sort of an alley-oop there.
I think that's permissible.
Yeah, no, I mean, as long as you don't intend to use it on passengers on the plane, you are free to do that. Typically, we ask people to declare machines like that if they're over a certain weight, but...
As long as no one kicks my chair.
yes.
The hell?
That's airport
that
humor.
funny?
That kind of stuff really hits with me. I
That's
love
airport humor kind of supposes that someone's made the same joke before, which would make you also not laugh that hard.
I wish they had.
I'm struggling. I don't know why I'm really picking a battle here, but I'm struggling to see a world where anyone would laugh that hard at
You
that.
know, it's a kind of a dry job, unfortunately, here. I have to be on my toes, and so people don't really introduce humor to people in my line of work.
I
all that
was
often.
barely making a joke, but yeah, I'll drop it.
I think you're really funny, man.
Thanks. Does that get me on the plane or
No. And stop trying to warm up to me with all your funny jokes, okay? Now listen. We've got a couple more questions that we need to ask
Sure.
you.
I really think I'm clear.
Yeah, everyone thinks they're clear.
I had a question.
Yeah, what's that, sir?
He said he worked at a play place?
Yeah, he said he worked at a play place and it was sort of incepting political ideas into children and was sued for
He
it.
worked at a play place.
It's like a children's gym. It's like
Like a
parkour for
jamboree.
tweens. Yeah.
It's like a trampoline park.
They called it Children's Play Place where I was from, which is, of course, unfortunately the exact same place the other Mark is from. But I'm not him. I swear to God. My political beliefs, I think, are fine.
Tell me a little bit about those beliefs.
I think everyone deserves access to the option to ask someone if they're allowed to have health care. And then whatever that person says goes. Oftentimes it's no.
I might be able to get behind something like that.
I think everyone should be able to make whatever decisions about their body that they want, mostly as it relates to oddly placed piercings.
Sure. Body autonomy for...
I have my ass is like a satay skewer. It is just through both.
And that could have potentially contributed to the reason that you were brought over
It
for
beeps.
screening.
I should have brought that up top.
When you walked through the scanner, I assume that probably triggered some things that may have set off some alarms. Well, sir, I am going to put it to a poll now for our associates to decide whether or not you are safe to fly, but...
Odd system.
What do you mean?
I feel like usually the agent just decides.
No. If I were able to decide, I could have some sort of bias. Like when, somebody comes in with a band that I love, and I'm just like, I want to let that guy through just because he looks like a guy that I'm really into.
I wouldn't want to get in under those auspices, though.
Exactly. So we have sort of a variety of people, your peers, who, much like a jury, decide to ensure that there are no biases in deciding whether or not you're safe to fly. So let's go ahead and get that poll up.
Really feels like you're jerking back and forth with this guy.
What do you mean, guy standing in line just out of frame?
Hey, shout out. Appreciate that. He must be a Devo fan. Not that would help me.
But that doesn't, that
I just mean, I really only meant the hat. With that, I only meant
He's
the hat.
supporting you because he appreciates, he probably thinks you're a fan, if anything.
Sure. Anyone could be, yeah.
Anyone could be a fan of Devo.
If you love Seal, you could go by Seal.
Whoa.
Sure.
Is that true?
Not really. How long is their decision gonna take?
I don't know. We're still waiting on getting up that poll. We're gonna get it up in just a moment here.
Love that.
But I did want to.
It's a wiggly world, officer.
Is that a Devo?
That's a Devo thing?
I love that song.
Now, Girl You Want. That's a Devo song, right?
This is a split.
Girl You Want is a Devo song.
That's one that I know.
You know which one I love? Love it.
Yep.
I know it.
So you know Devo. But you didn't know the hat?
I didn't know the hat of it.
That's crazy.
That's not airport humor?
Where did you get that hat?
I got it on a Devo website.
Okay, so
I didn't know it was that Devo. I'm not that Mark.
What do you mean that Devo? What other Devo is there?
Devo is the first 4 letters of Devolve. That's not related to the band. It could have been a shoe.
Close the poll right now.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, the vibes are off.
This could have happened way earlier.
You're not coming on the plane. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry.
I guess I'll just whip it out of here, which I already said.
You're gonna whip it out?
The guy said he was gonna whip it out in the airport.
Oh my god, and he did.
Really making some gates of steel to get into this plane.
What was abundantly clear there is that I have only heard one Devo song. But what was also clear is that man was not fit to fly. So thank you so much to our associates for making the correct call to keep that man out of our skies. Now he can only travel by road. And we've got 30 subs, which means we only need 15 more folks. If we get 15 more, we'll head back to the air traffic control tower for some more emergencies in the air. We've also got, wow, there's so many people on this list, they're going clear off the graphic. We've added Creative Steve 69 for perfidious adulteration of notions. Wow. Interesting that we got the actual crime on that one. Creative Steve, we're on to you. Then, of course, Chris, I'm going to kill the President of the United States, Chalakian. Love to read that out loud. It's gonna go crazy in the YouTube transcription.
President Lula of Brazil, please welcome me into your country. Please, please.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt has made it onto the list, and of course, John Jacob Jingleheimer.
Jacob John Schmidt Jingleheimer.
Thank you. That one's blocked by the camera, but we are going to get both of those guys and bring them to task, I hope, sometime soon. Yep, cool. That's all of them. Thank you so much for adding those names to the list, folks. Keep them coming. Ideally, keep 15 more of them coming so that we can hit our goal once again. But in the meantime, while we wait for those to come in, I think it's time that we meet another traveler. So let's bring him on out. Hi there, sir. Oh no, I'm sorry. What happened?
I fell.
Ah, it's vague. Sir, what's your name?
D. D.
D. Now, is that an initial or is it like DEE?
You could do DEE. I like DEE.
And I don't mean to press you on this additionally, sir, but to me it almost seems like you're deciding that now for the first time.
It would seem that way.
Right.
Yeah.
So is that the case?
No.
Got it. Okay. So
Yeah.
you've been, and just for the record, for your legal documentation, your passport, your ID, is it D?
D. I mean, you can check. You don't have my.
Well, I'm having a hard time pulling up your file because, as we've established, I don't really know what your name is yet.
I would say we could go with D. On
Great.
the file.
We're gonna go with D. Oh, and here you are. And it does appear to just be the letter D.
Mm-hmm.
This does seem to match up with your file. D, where are you flying today?
The South Pole.
The South Pole. Got it. Now, D, are you a scientist of some sort? I know that we
Of a sort.
I see.
Of a sort.
Help me understand the nature of your research or what it is that brings you down to the South Pole for this trip.
The South Pole, as you know, is a very cold place.
Sure. This is one of the things I know of the South Pole.
I like to go places. I like to heat them up.
I see. Now, I have sort of a layman's understanding of the poles.
Yeah.
I knew they were
A lot
cold.
of people do. Yeah.
In addition to that, my maybe naive understanding was that we wanted the poles to stay cold because as they heat, it destroys ecosystems for animals. It's sort of a side effect of climate change.
Yeah. I would say that the goal is different depending on the person. So if you want them to stay cold, that's maybe some people want that.
It's a matter of perspective, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Got
I would say that in my personal goals, the coldest places are they need to be warmer. And if they're getting colder, that's a problem.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't heard that perspective. Help me understand what it is that might benefit, how we might benefit from a warmer southern pole.
Do you like being out in the cold?
Not typically, no.
Yeah.
I guess it's sort of uncomfortable. I have to wear more clothes, that sort of thing.
Yeah. You like being maybe a warm day.
Sure, a nice sunny warm day.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's kind of where I stand as well.
Sure.
So when the days, when places are kind of cold, it's like, I'm not enjoying
Wouldn't it be
that.
nicer if it
Wouldn't
were
it be
warmer?
nicer if it was a little warmer? I could take my coat off.
Right. I guess where I'm sort of having a hard time is it's like nobody lives down there, right? So
You'd be surprised, actually. Yeah.
Oh.
A lot of people.
Like who?
Penguins.
Right. Now and again, this may just be a naive notion of somebody who's never frankly been to the South Pole. I never met a penguin, but my understanding was that they actually kind of like it when it's cold.
Mm-hmm. And you haven't spoken to them.
Well, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
That is a fair point, and you've sort of shown a light on my ignorance, is that I've never actually spoken with a penguin.
Yeah.
I guess I just sort of assumed they liked it cold because that's where they live.
They live where it's cold, but you can't assume that if someone lives somewhere, they like the conditions there.
Right.
And
wow.
Yeah. And so these penguins, they've honestly been asking me for a while now.
So you have spoken with the penguins?
Yeah, I speak with them regularly.
Got it.
I have a little channel to them.
What is your line of communication with the penguins?
Carrier pigeon.
Now, this is interesting because penguins are birds.
Yeah.
How does that dynamic work? Do they see the carrier pigeons as like mailmen, or do they see them as like letters?
Yeah, I think in their universe, the pigeons serve as kind of mailmen of sorts. They,
right.
You know, every bird has its duty.
It's a living.
Yeah, it's a living.
Like from Flintstones.
Yeah, but in bird.
We're gonna check your bag.
Jesus.
Because frankly, this is all sounding a little bit crazy to me.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I don't like how you're treating me, but let's go ahead.
I don't like people who represent a danger to our skies, and if this is what I think it is, I'm gonna need you to explain exactly what we're looking at here.
Yeah, that'll be there.
I would hope not. Now, help me understand why this is in your bag.
So,
Who is this?
this this is my friend.
You don't have to get emotional. Just tell me who it
Sorry,
is.
we go way back. His name is George. Sometimes he likes to eat a lot before a flight because they don't serve a lot of food on the planes.
Yeah, that's a long trip down to the South Pole, too.
Yeah. So he kind of eats a lot of food for me. If I get hungry, he, much like the penguins, will regurgitate it into my beak. I like to keep him in the bag because he can be a lot when he's out of the bag.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, it seems to be something of a pattern that we're seeing today where people trafficking living beings in their luggage without the proper documentation. Unfortunately, that's not something that we allow. So Frank's either going to have to buy a ticket or he's not going to be able to fly at all.
If he... Can I ask a question?
Please.
If he gave you some of his food, would you be okay with that?
I actually had lunch.
Okay.
I don't have that issue of being on like a 12-hour flight. I can just like go to the food court.
But
I'm good.
But you will be hungry at some point.
That's true. It's hard to argue with that.
And
that's
you'll
just
need
sort of
some
human
options.
nature.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess for me, it's like, would I rather eat the regurgitated food of a stranger who has spent the last few hours in somebody's luggage, or just like go to a restaurant? You know.
Those are okay. I see that.
All right.
Oh God.
I think we got a problem here.
Oh God.
Somebody's trying to go to the South Pole.
Maybe.
Yeah, you're actually not allowed to do that because there's a big ice wall. I mean, it's flat. I mean, there's too much snow. And so we're actually not allowing people to go there right now because the snow's it's too big. The snow is too tall, and you might discover how tall it is, and you might get cold.
Right.
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 Something's happening here.
No, nothing.
You might get cold down there.
You might get cold because of the ice wall. The ice is cold.
The circle of ice.
Circle of ice.
It's not a wall. That would be ridiculous.
Yeah, it'd be ridiculous if there was just a giant wall surrounding one big plain of water.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Land.
I'm beginning to suspect.
Don't go down there.
Why is TSA in on it?
Oh,
in on what?
On what?
Somebody kill that guy!
This goes way deeper than I expected.
Oh, they shot him with a love gun. Well, you're coming with me.
He's too distracted by love to continue asking questions.
All right.
Folks, there's nothing happening at the South Pole, so don't bother going down there to look. It's just a normal South Pole. And you can go over it, but don't. We got one other sub during that last interaction, and thank you to the person who did that. Did they add anybody to the FBI's most wanted list?
No.
No, they did not. Thank you for that. That's just a free one, and we'll take it because it's helping us reach our goal.
For us.
That's one for us, the boys. We just need 14 more of those, and we're gonna be headed to the air traffic control tower for another airport-related emergency that you'll get to help solve. Can the women have one? Asked Agent 47. Let's go ahead and meet another passenger and see what their deal is. Will they be safe to fly? Will I have to enact my civic duty as a TSA agent and prevent them from getting on a plane and force them to like go by car or bus or train or something? There's only one way to know, and that's to talk to them, which is something we're gonna be doing very shortly when the next passenger arrives here at my booth. But if you're just joining us, my name of course is Bale Goodbar, and I'm here to protect the skies. Yep, here comes the next passenger. Hi there. Hey. What's your name, sir?
Dr. Jordan.
Dr. Jordan.
And whenever you're ready for the last name.
Oh, that wasn't your first. That was your first name.
Title, first name, and then whenever you're ready for the last one.
Yep, hit me with it.
It is Bouncy.
Dr. Bouncy. Dr. Jordan Bouncy.
Correct.
Yes. Okay. I think I have your file here. Great. And Dr. Bouncy, where are you headed today?
I'm headed to to Minnesota. So it's Mayo Clinic. I'm going to the Mayo Clinic.
Yes, the Mayo Clinic. Home of some of our greatest scientific researchers,
Greatest
in the
surgeons.
medical field. Yes.
And they recruit.
That's where they cut.
They
their
do
teeth
recruit.
over. I see. So you're going on business then, I assume.
I'm
Dr.
one of
Bouncy.
the world's greatest neurosurgeons, actually. Yeah, it's so good they don't have to put people under. That's what I say. The hospital says I can't say that.
I see. Thank you for your service. You do incredibly important work. I don't mean to be rude, but what happened to your hands?
Wow.
Sorry, maybe that was.
Wow. Not even. That's the first question you asked.
We were all thinking it.
Oh.
We were. Oh, whoa. Stay back.
Sorry.
You cannot attack me in my beak. Did you just hiss at me?
Yeah, I was
Like a
raised
snake?
different. My dad was a cobra tamer.
Wow.
That's almost entirely unrelated to my thing.
That's an incredible, sort of American dream story. The son of a cobra tamer became the world's most respected neurosurgeon.
I think of it a different way. I think we stand on the shoulders of giants, and I really respect him.
Oh, okay. I didn't mean to denigrate your dad as a snake charmer.
Well, you didn't mean to, but you did. The end result sometimes is all that matters.
My apologies, sir.
In surgery, that's absolutely true.
Sure.
As long as they get their brains healed by my hands, regardless of how they look, isn't that all that matters?
I suppose so. I guess the ends sort of justify the means in this particular case. Tell me, though, and maybe this is my ignorance.
You're not going to move on until you have the answer, huh?
I would love to know a little bit more about what happened here.
I made s'mores wrong at camp.
I made s'mores really wrong at camp.
I can't. I'm having a hard time even imagining how wrong you'd have to make s'mores for it to end up like
I didn't know you find a stick. I didn't know you find a branch. I was just over the fire. But it was toasting fine. I had my first s'more ever. You think I didn't want seconds? But this one was cooked. So I went with the left.
Oh no.
There's not a hospital near Camp Winnipesaukee. So I had to lose my skin and muscle.
How old were you when this happened?
I was but a lad. I was 10?
10 years old. Feels kind of old to do that twice.
I was out there with my buddies. I just had my first cheek kiss. And I was like, time to celebrate with some roasted mallows. But what got roasted more than the little treat was meat. Sorry, that's some... I try to make the patients feel more comfortable with puns.
That's actually really good. In my line of work, I don't get to hear a lot of jokes. So
I've had to overcome adversity, by the way.
I was about to say, it's actually kind of a beautiful story that the son of a snake charmer, snake
wrangler,
who lost both of his hands in a
fire. In a fire.
I was gonna say a freak accident, but not really an accident. Seems.
I didn't mean to do this. That's an accident in my book.
I guess so. After the first one, the second one kind of feels like it's got to be almost on purpose.
You try having one s'more.
I'll go with you there. That's fair. Those things are addicting.
Yeah.
But you still managed to overcome that adversity and become not only a neurosurgeon, but one of the world's most
highly regarded. They're flying me first class, by the way. Lie flat.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this is for some sort of event, or what's happening at the Mayo Clinic that necessitates
There's an important prince who flew into the Mayo, and they want the best, but I don't know. He flew to the Mayo Clinic, but he wanted the best surgeon. They didn't have it, so they got me there. This is not how we should be spending this. Is it an interview?
I'm just trying to get a sense of who you are and make sure that the man I'm seeing in front of me lines up with my files here, my background, and that you're going to be safe to fly.
They can make smaller incisions, one, because my tiny little grabbers can get in there in a way that...
When you say they, you're talking about your hands.
No, I was talking about the surgeon assistants.
Help me understand what you mean by that.
Sorry, now you got me saying they. during surgery, they being the surgical assistants, can make a smaller incision so that my fingers, both they, can slide in there, almost like what do they call it? A microscope? It's a thin scopy. Nope. It's definitely not colonoscopy. Bad cue. I'm a good surgeon despite my hands.
I can understand that, and I appreciate that, and I thank you for your service. But sir,
oh, I get it. You think I've never learned how to have sex? I've fingered people, man. I do the come here motion.
That's gotta hurt, right?
A little, but I get gloved up, and then they get loved up.
Wow. Okay. Big pop from the people just kind of standing around observing the security booth.
Yeah.
I'm on his team.
Thank you.
Come here.
What's that? Look, man, I've gone through a lot. I lost my hands, but I still tickled glands. And I also have saved people's neurological states. Why am I being held up?
Well, sir, as a surgeon, you frequently traffic in sharp objects, and these are things that we can't have on the plane. I want to make sure sometimes these things can be passed through security.
I put the scalpel in a liquid that's under 3.5 milliliters. That's what you guys tell us to do.
It is true. As long as it is suspended in a bottle of oil that is under 3.
Doctor, I can't believe you're at the airport. I actually needed I just need my.
I don't do photos. I don't do autographs.
No,
this
you
is
just
very inappropriate.
You were halfway done with my brain surgery. You had to go on a flight. I was wondering if you could just like fix me up.
All right.
Oh wow.
Ow.
You don't need anesthesia.
Ow.
You don't need anesthesia.
Ow.
Yeah, you were saying you don't believe in putting patients under for these types of surgery.
That's true. Oof. Shit.
Ow.
I'm nervous because
Would you prefer that I look away?
I'll fix it. Either look away or look right at what I'm doing.
Okay. It's kind of gross.
That's true.
I feel like you shouldn't think that.
Just. I think I did it.
Oh.
I don't have the creature comforts of the clinic.
I'm not a surgeon, but shouldn't you have washed your bones before you did that? I don't want to tell you how to do your job, sir.
Thank you.
I don't want to tell you how to
Or should I say I should have said you're welcome. Am I going or?
We're going to pull up a poll to determine whether or not you're safe to fly. But sir, just out of curiosity, if there were an emergency on a plane.
Oh, this question.
Someone required
I would not stand up.
Why is that?
Will the real Dr. Jordan please stand up? No!
You go by your first name with the doctor thing. I find that interesting.
I also have...
It's because Dr. Bouncy sounds a little silly.
It sounds a little silly. Also, there's Dr. Bonner. There's no way that's his last name.
Yeah.
The soap guy.
I think it is.
Bronner is a last name.
I feel like
There's
Bronner
no way.
feels more like a last name than a first name.
Bronner Lyle. Probably. Look, I'm off the clock when I'm on the plane. I'm having my whiskey neat. I'm having my Fritos all over the place.
Do you think the people that sit in the emergency exits can use that excuse? Oh, sorry. I know it's an emergency.
You get a verbal yes from them? You think they're physically able or mentally stable enough to help?
Of course not.
What if they have performance
they have to say
anxiety?
Yes anyway. Because that's your duty when you're in the sky. You're all on one big team.
Yeah.
And yes, our people have voted. And
yes.
You are safe to fly, Dr. Jordan Bouncy.
Free surgery.
Free surgery?
I mean that more as like free surgery.
Got it. Oh, and it does seem like we got an announcement. And you can head that way to your terminal. It seems like there's an announcement coming in here.
Attention travelers, I hope I heard this right. There's going to be free surgeries for everyone at the airport today. So if you see a man with skeleton hands, go ahead and collect your free surgery. It can be elective. It can be, if you need one, this would be a good time to cash it in. Go ahead and get your free surgery. And also, I've had a bit of a rough day, so there's going to be, it's a 2 for 3 at Sbarro. You have to pay for 3 slices of pizza in order to get 2, because I'm feeling a little bad about myself.
Like a bad deal. Oh snap, it's Miguel. Thank you so much for the gifted sub. Look at that, folks. We're inching closer, but we're also inching closer to the end of the episode. So if you want to do one more air traffic control tower, get those subs in. Let's see if we can hit it before the end of the night. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and meet our next traveler. Mike.
Oh yeah, your mic was off.
That whole time?
I don't think that whole time.
Hey.
Hi there.
How's it going?
Doing well, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. You don't recognize me?
Sorry, sir. In this line of work,
Desi Armpit. I work at the Hot Dog on a Stick.
Oh wow.
You're the guy with the hot dog on a stick.
Yeah, that's me.
I eat there all the time on my lunch breaks.
No way.
You're traveling today?
One of the few. Just trying to get to work.
Oh,
Trying to get past the security. I don't know why they stop me. Usually, I flash the badge and they let me through. But
you should just be able to use your badge. Okay, sorry, but I mean, we have a bag check here. It might have been something that we found in your bag.
Okay.
Yeah. What is this? Can we zoom in?
Wait, this isn't. What? Hang on.
Squirrel on a stick. No, that's right.
I had a better one, but okay.
That's right. Yeah, so this kind of leads me into something. I mean, you're one of the few patrons that still visit the Hot Dog on a Stick, and there's we're just getting thinned out here, so I'm trying to pitch new things. I started with this little guy.
Oh, who's that cute guy?
This is Hog.
Hog?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is Hog, the Hot Dog on a Stick. He's just a little guy. You come out and you could, usually I'd be like, ask me what I'm made out of.
You want?
And you, yeah.
Sure. Hey, Hog.
Hey.
What are you made out of?
Mostly pig rectum.
Oh. Desi, I don't know if that's like really what you want to lead with.
Yeah, so people stopped really, wanting to eat that, so I pitched some other ideas. The squirrel on a stick was a prototype. I also got some other things here.
Oh yeah, I see. Okay.
Yep. I got a fish on a stick for our pescatarian friends.
Yeah, that doesn't look cooked.
Yeah, you can do a kind of a sashimi version, or you can do, or I can stick it in the fryer like everything else. But yeah, ask me what I'm made out of.
Oh, does this one have a name?
It's Fog.
Fog. Are you taking notes on the names at all, or
what?
I just nothing. Never mind. Hey, Fog. It's me. Wow. Thanks for the 5 gifted subs, anonymous gifter. Hey, Fog. What are you made out of?
Mostly beta fish rectums.
Beta fish rectums. Yeah. Oh my god, that's got to be so many rectums. Those things are tiny.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Well, Fog, it's great to meet you.
So you want to order me? Would you order it?
You just told me it's made out of a bunch of fish rectums.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't.
Why not just use fish?
It's not how you make it into like the cylindrical hot dog shape.
That's not the cylindrical hot dog shape at all.
Well, this is a mascot.
It's shaped like a fish.
This is a mascot.
What does the actual product look like?
It looks like this.
Okay, so the fish on a stick looks like a hot dog on a stick.
Yeah. They got to be in the same kind of shape.
Sure.
Got to fry it and make it look like it, got to be edible. You can't imagine fitting this in your mouth. I guess you nibble on the end first. Maybe eat the eyeballs.
Desi, we did find another thing in your bag.
Okay.
I don't want to do this to you, but What are we looking at here?
Yeah, you know, the Minecraft movie went kind of crazy sicko mode in the theaters, so we're trying to do some more video game tie-ins. So this is Sausage Link from The Legend of Zelda.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah, and so, you know, each sausage has a little blade in there.
Yeah, well, you could probably understand why a blade being in your bag might get flagged.
Yeah. You're just eating, and you kind of have to eat around the blade. It's like having like a little Tootsie Pop in your Tootsie Roll, or in your Tootsie Roll in your Tootsie Pop.
I guess my first thought would be a Tootsie Roll and a Tootsie Pop. That's like a delicious candy that's part of your candy, whereas this feels like a sharp blade that might cut you when you eat it.
Gotta be careful. Okay, not doing the fish. Okay. Let's see what else we got here.
Oh no.
So, getting into the exotic tastes, I see, friend.
Now,
well, we
surely-
got the offering just for you.
Surely you can't be serving people zebra. That's like worse than horse.
This is Zog. Ask me what I'm made out of.
I don't want to. I don't want to know what Zog is made out
It's
of.
mostly zebra rectums.
Yeah, I had a feeling that it might be. I had a feeling that it might be made out of mostly zebra rectums. I can't imagine that that's legal, Desi.
Yeah.
Desi, you can't do that. These are like exotic animals. I'm pretty sure. Okay, these are. I know for a fact elephants are a protected animal. You can't.
Listen, we're not killing the animal. We're just shaving a certain part off.
You're shaving the rectums off.
Yes. It would be unethical to kill the entire animal.
It
but you
feels
can
worse to keep them alive.
It grows back. It's just a little bit of skin.
What else is there if it's only mostly rectum?
That's a great question, guy waiting in line just out of frame. What else is there if it's mostly rectum?
You ever seen those horse hoof cleaning videos?
Oh yeah, where they're like shaving the horse hoof, and sometimes there's like a big ass pocket of pus or something in there. So what's this guy's name? Gonna be tough with an E.
Yeah. Elefog.
Nice.
Elefog.
Yep.
And
Nice.
what does he say?
Ask me what I'm made out of.
Okay, yeah. Can we get to it? Let me guess, Elefog. Are you made out of primarily elephant rectums?
It's trunks.
The trunks.
Yeah, these we do have to kill the elephants for.
Oh,
So we
Desi.
do have to-
Desi, who is we? Are you working with somebody on this? I can't imagine that the Hot Dog on
The
a Stick
board.
corporate is aware of this.
The board on a stick.
The board. Oh, okay. That's what they call the board at Hot Dog. They're all on a stick.
Yeah, they're all on a stick.
Desi, I don't mean to pry in your private life, but are you on a stick right now? Oh, Desi. Oh, Desi.
Part of the job.
I had no idea that they were doing that to you.
Yep.
That's horrible. That's terrible.
Part of the job.
Does it hurt?
It only hurts for the first few months.
First few months.
Yeah,
Oh
first few
goodness.
months.
I mean, well, that could potentially have also triggered the. What is it made out of? The stick that they've got on you.
Mostly human rectums. Okay, so you have a. Oh.
Can you take it out at least?
Yeah, let me show you.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Oh, it's big.
Yep, don't smell it. Okay. So you're a vegan, it seems like. You're not into the animal products.
Well, I guess you're not wrong that I'm not into those particular animal products. If you have a vegan option, I'd be interested to see it. Okay. Now, this doesn't feel like food, does he?
Well, you wanted a vegan option. So this is my friend Fadog.
Fadog. This one's not even anthropomorphized. It doesn't even have like eyes or a mouth or anything.
You can imagine. Come on, put your imagination to the test here.
Okay.
Fedora on a stick.
Yeah, I kind of got that.
Ask me what I'm made out of.
Okay. Now, fedoras don't have rectums, so this feels like it can only be an ethically sourced. Fadog. Is that one? Fadog. What are you made out of?
Just the whole thing. Sorry, I didn't do the voice. It's just fedoras.
Okay, that feels fine. Seems probably like expensive overhead to be selling an entire fedora.
We get them at that little kiosk over there.
Okay, well that's a effective supply chain. Listen, Desi, I'm not sure why you got pulled aside for screening right now, but as a friend, a fellow employee of the airport, I think you need to quit this job, man. I don't think it's good for you. I think the work you're doing is unethical, and frankly, you don't seem comfortable or happy having a stick up your...
I'm happy. I'm so happy. I'm incredibly blessed. I got all these ideas. I don't know what else I would do, to be honest.
I'd like to get up a poll to decide whether or not Desi should quit his job at the hot dog on a stick. Desi, we're gonna this is now an intervention, okay? We're gonna decide, all of us who work at the airport here, me and the rest of the security associates, are gonna decide whether or not you're gonna keep your job at the hot dog on a stick, or if we're gonna save you from the board on a stick. What is this? Who is this? Who is this? No.
What if I told you?
No, Desi.
Little guy on a stick.
What, are you supposed to eat that?
We grind him up and make him look like a hot dog.
What is his name?
Humog.
Do it.
Does he have a question for me?
He wants to show you something.
Okay. This can't be I hope you're not doing this for children.
God.
Why does he have that? That's fine. That's enough. That's fine. Put that away. This episode, Everything Now episode has never been so demonetized.
It's looping back around. It's looping back around.
2 sticks for the price of 1.
Close out the poll. This is depressingly close, but thankfully, your co-workers here at the airport have made the right call, and we have decided that you should quit your job at Hot Dog on a Stick, Desi. Come on.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I mean, I haven't checked like the stock market, but I'm sure it's fine. The economy's good. This is the perfect time to quit my job. I mean, this is great. I don't have anything lined up, but I think that's all right. And you seem to be encouraging me, which means you're, hopeful of the world at large. So,
Desi, if there's anything I'm confident of, this is a great time to quit your stable job and pursue a passion project that you have no assurance will be successful in any way, depending entirely on the goodwill of the people who enjoy it. So go for it, man.
Okay.
We're all rooting for you. Well, folks, I think we just saved a man's life. And speaking of saving people's lives, it's time to send you over to somebody else whose job it is to save lives. Of course, I'm talking about the guy who works in the air traffic control tower. Yes, we did it. Thanks to your incredible generosity, we've hit our goal yet again, which means that your reward is another attempt at landing a plane safely here at New York International Airport. It has been a pleasure serving you. My name, of course, was Bale Goodbar.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I will probably never see you again. Goodbye. And enjoy the air traffic control tower. Oh, wait, did we get any more people on the...
Oh, yeah, a ton, actually.
Okay, we actually got a ton of people on... okay, and look at all these people. Of course, there's Hog the hot dog on a stick. Hog, a travesty of justice. And his family was starving. And then, of course, there's Rectum Shavers and Scrappy Doo after I gotta make it so that we can zoom in on this one. After he got roided up. Yep, so many people, it's gone clear off the graphic. Thank you, everybody, for your submissions. And we'll see you at the air traffic control tower in just a minute.
My dad said he's actually doing fine with everything. He said he's actually just he talked to all the parties, and I guess just communication is important, and it's fine. It's none of my business. None of my business. Well, 7 more planes have crashed since I last saw you. I'm really hoping that we can get some moment of pause here. Ugh, man. I like when Alex is the pilot. Well, good news for you. Hello?
Mayday, mayday!
Hello, hi.
Mayday!
Hi, what's up?
Hey, big issue here. This is the pilot, by the way.
Oh, hi, pilot. This is air traffic control.
Nice to meet you. Should we go first names?
We don't have to.
Okay.
It's a work situation.
Listen, I got locked out. I'm locked out of the cockpit. There's somebody that ran past when I was going to the bathroom and said, I got this, and ran in, and they locked themselves in to the control room.
They said, I got this, and locked themselves in. Did you know who they are? Did you see them?
I didn't see it. No, I didn't see them.
Okay, so we've got to get you through. Okay, chat, we've been locked out of the cockpit here. How are we going to get through? Yeah, how are you on the radio? That's a good question.
Bathroom radio?
Oh, the bathroom radio. Okay, great. It's a Leroy Jenkins situation.
They changed it once Elvis died.
That's smart. That's really smart. Okay, yeah, we can get the air marshal to shoot the door open, maybe.
Okay, should I get the air marshal on?
Yeah, can you get the air marshal?
Whoa, what's up?
Hi, Marshal. I'm gonna need you to commandeer the plane in a in a just like you're doing your job kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
And I need you to shoot your gun, but not make anyone too nervous.
Okay. I mean, I just feel like pulling out a gun on a plane.
I'm hearing it a little bit now.
You know?
I'm hearing it a little bit now. Is there something you can do to get everyone on the flight to think you're cool, so that once the gun comes out, they're not worried?
Ooh, yeah. I could show them my Instagram.
Cool. What's on there?
Just like a lot of pics of me traveling.
That's sick. That's
with
sick.
the bros.
That's sick. Maybe we can get it up on the little TVs on the back of everyone's seats, and you can just sort of talk about your life a little bit.
Yeah. The visuals would help.
Okay, I'm gonna set that up right now. Okay,
all right,
we'll get you on the PA system, and just whenever you're ready, just sort of start talking through your Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Okay. This is a classic. This is when me, Tyler, and the rest of the boys, we went out to Mauna Kea over in Hawaii. We went to the base we didn't climb it, we went to the base. And it's a picture of, it's a kind of forced perspective looking up at the mountain. And I kind of have my pointer where like the peak is. So it's like I'm like, boop, like I'm touching the peak, but it's like, I'm not really touching it because the camera's closer to me than it is the peak.
Totally.
I thought that was pretty cool. Took a few takes to get that one.
All right, I've hit the next photo here.
All right. Oh, yeah. This one was with a girl. Which doesn't happen a lot for me, so I thought I would capture that. We don't.
I'm hearing half the plane is getting really resentful and angry at you right now.
Yeah.
You're losing them.
Sorry. Okay, next pick.
Next pick.
This one is of me absolutely ripped. I have no shirt.
You're losing them.
Oh yeah, this one is of me very skinny.
You're losing them.
All right, this one is of my friend.
You're losing them. Most of them don't have friends.
We got a passenger here, and we're gonna take a temperature check on what they thought of the Instagram.
Okay, great. We're gonna focus group this.
I'm pissed. I hated that. He sort of reminds me of a lot of guys I went to school with.
But not the ones you talk to, the ones you would see from far away.
The ones who I'd be like, hey, Darren, and he'd be like, nice to meet you.
Oh.
We'd already met.
Yes, absolutely.
By the way, the woman looked panicked in the photo that he took. And it also, I'm pretty sure, was Jennifer Lawrence. So I don't know if he bobbed up to her and just said, can I take a picture, and then did, but...
Okay, chat. I need to get into this cockpit somehow. Is there someone you can maybe... What do you do? Can I ask, buddy?
Well, I'm a registered dietitian, which I also wanted to bring up. His Instagram has a lot of body transformations.
Yeah.
he seemingly like intermittent fasts himself into a wispy leaf.
Yeah.
And then he gets jacked like Rob McElhaney, and then he gets very overweight to a concerning degree. I'd love to do a thyroid panel on this guy.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have you do that. And then in the meantime, it looks like they're asking if the Kool-Aid Man's on board. Ooh, this is really good. Hey, pilot.
Hey, what's up?
Do you have the Kool-Aid Man on board by chance?
Let me look around here.
No takers on the Kool-Aid Man?
I'm scanning the plane. Oh wait, somebody's bursting through the side of the plane right now.
Oh yes!
Oh, they burst through the side of the plane?
This is not good. This is not good.
Okay, we're losing altitude here. We've summoned the Kool-Aid Man. He wasn't on the plane, but now he's on the plane. So he's broken through into the thing. Okay.
What are you guys doing?
Oh God, we've got to cover this up. We've got to cover it up. Okay, chat. We're losing cabin pressure, and we've got a gaping hole in the side of the plane. What do we do here? What do we do here, chat? How do we close this up?
Oh wait, the thyroid panels come back.
Okay, good.
It's fine, but I guess I should have, while I was taking the blood, also get his cholesterol panel, blood resting glucose. The problem is he hasn't been fasting. I'm starting to. I feel like we should be focusing on the fact that there's a massive hole on this.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But I could use this for me. I'd love to know more about my body and the way it works.
We can land, hopefully, and I just have you can make an appointment.
That's good. It gives me more stakes to try to land this plane. Thank you. That's helpful for me. Put him back. Okay. Flex seal. Oh yeah, do you guys have that tape? Do you guys have the tape in the commercial or like the waters? Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you have that tape on the plane?
Oh yeah. I think we have that infomercial guy here actually.
What is up? Billy Mays here with Flex Seal.
Oh no, Billy, you don't have good luck on planes.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, listen, I need you to Flex Seal this plane to be closed up, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And if you want, you can sell it a little bit. I'm not going to stop you from doing your job.
What we're going to do here is use Flex Seal Ultra. It's our newest product, and you just have to kind of spray it one time, and it covers up the whole hole.
Okay, Billy, you know what I'm realizing? It would help if the people on the cabin in the plane trusted you a little bit. Can I pull up your Instagram and we can go through some of this?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let's start with the first one here.
So this first one is of me with Tyler and the boys.
That's our show, folks, for the Everything Now Show. We do this show 5 times a week. That's right, 5 times a week.
5 times a week, if you can believe it.
Join our Discord, join our Patreon, and actually, we got a new piece of merch to show you.
Oh, yeah. Let me move this in.
That's right.
New merch. New merch.
And it's sort of getting keyed out because it's green. So it does look see-through, but it's not.
The green parts or the see-through parts are green.
Imagine if that was green.
And
imagine
folks,
if where it's not, where it's going through, that's green.
And there are a mystery amount of these left, folks. The first 30 sold will have an autograph from each one of us, the Everything Now Show boys, and a number to signify which one of them you got. But who knows how many are left and who knows how many have been sold? The only way we do. But there may still be some autographed versions left to buy, or maybe not. So the only way to find out is to buy one and see what shows up at your door. But what you will know, regardless of when you buy it, is that you'll be supporting the show. So please buy a poster if you want one, and join the Discord, and join our Patreon. And another reason to join the Patreon is you get a discount on that merch. So if you're planning on buying the poster and you haven't already, join the Everything Now Show Patreon and you'll get a discount on the poster. There's a little hack for you. And you also get a weekly podcast if you join at the $7 tier or above.
That's right. And pretty soon there's going to be a video component to the podcast as well.
Something yes!
We probably should have been doing the whole time.
Probably should have had a video the entire time, but good news for those of you who want to see what it looks like when we're doing the podcast. We're going to be bringing the $14 tier down to $10, I think is what we said.
Sure.
I think we're going to bring the $14 tier down to $10, and that will become the video tier. So if you want to see us do the podcast in video form, consider the $10 tier, which will probably be coming out on Friday with the new pod. Probably. And speaking of our Patreon, we would be remiss if we didn't shout out our incredible hot dog standees who have subscribed at the $90 tier.
Our hot dog standees, a name that makes immediate sense as soon as you hear it.
Yep.
You know why they're called that.
Yes.
So thank you so much to Sentinel, Creative Steve, Caboose, New Dark 90, and Rewardian. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
And follow everything, follow the socials, Instagram, YouTube, all that stuff. Is there any other housekeeping stuff we gotta do? I think we
there's
just
only
gotta
one
bring out
last piece.
our two incredible guests. We were so stoked to get on the show, so please come on out, boys. Come on out.
Fellas, hit the stage.
Welcome to the Dollhouse, boys. Thanks so much for doing it. We've got your, if you can, exclamation point guests, folks, we've got your Instagrams here, but if there's anything you want to plug or promote specifically, go ahead and let the folks at home know.
I got a podcast. It's called Think Tank.
Think Tank.
Yeah.
Check out Think Tank.
Available everywhere podcasts are available, I assume.
On Wednesday.
On Wednesdays.
Is that the first episode?
The first episode is Wednesday.
Oh,
You're part of history.
The premiere of
Okay,
Think
so
Tank.
you're gonna hear the first episode on Wednesday, so check it out.
We got the scoop. Go give them an early
Be a
ENS
day
bump.
one.
Yeah, be a day one.
That would help.
Jeffrey, anything?
I also have a podcast. It's called the Headgum Podcast. It's on YouTube and Spotify, everywhere you get your audio
Everywhere you
stuff
get
as well.
Podcasts.
And I have a movie coming out. I'm barely in it, but if you want to go to a niche horror slasher, it's coming out on Friday, April 11th.
Oh shit, what's it called?
It's called Marshmallow. That's an important detail.
Yeah,
It's
check
called
out Marshmallow.
Where can we watch it?
It's at AMC's, but it's at very niche AMC's, so look it up if there's one playing near you. There probably isn't.
Check your AMC app, folks.
Very few people who appear on this show you can watch it at AMC. So
Yes.
this is a very exciting opportunity to watch. What's
have
your role?
4 lines. I play a camp counselor.
Ooh.
All right.
That's gonna be hell
Hit
yeah.
up your local AMC. See Geoffrey as a camp counselor. Follow both of these